It's 20 to 8 in the morning. I just had a chug jug. It was freaking good. Gonna go mix up another chug jug. Get that motivation and inspiration and all that other Asians flowing. Tonight is day 4 of the eating challenge. Not sure what I'm gonna do. Just gonna keep at her. We don't have much food left. We got about 5 sausages, some meat, some veg. Should be a good one. So far on the challenge, guys, averaging about 1,400 calories per meal. That's not too bad. Today is not short shift Thursday. We actually work a full 8 hours today, so that's pretty sweet. They got me covering for a guy who's currently in Mexico. Lucky sumbitch. He comes back next Tuesday. He's gonna be redder than a tomato. Must be nice. I'd love to do another trip again, like Cuba or Mexico or Dominican or something fun. It'd be sweet to go somewhere and enjoy life for a week and really recharge the batteries, meet some people, drink some drinks, have a good time. But that ain't on the cards. Right now what we gotta do is keep hustling, keep focusing. Gotta go to work today. Tonight, back at the grind, and then tomorrow night it's karaoke, but there was a change of plans. The guy who sang Bon Jovi, he won't be coming out. He's got other plans, so it's just gonna be me and Joss. It is what it is. Getting close to that time, we gotta go into work. Gonna go fire up the truck. It's not even cold out, it's actually nice out. Apparently it's in the positives already, so that's pretty freaking sweet. Go ahead, fire up the truck. I think he wants to go back outside. Man, it feels really warm out. How cold is it outside?
The current temperature in North Bay is 34.
Why are you telling me in Fahrenheit? Weird. Not sure what's going on with Google and why it's telling me the temperature in Fahrenheit now. That's freaking odd. Anyway, just went to rock a piss. We'll fire up the truck, let it do its oil exchange, and wait for the dog to come back inside, gear up, and head out. Oh man, it's funny. I was contemplating on upgrading the editing computer, because Ryzen 3 comes out in a couple months. And last night I went to the website for the motherboard. It's the, oh my god, ASRock Fatality Killer whatever series motherboard. So I went and looked it up, and they have the actual firmware that allows me to run Ryzen 3. So theoretically I could buy like a Ryzen 3000 chip, toss it on the board. I'd want to replace that cooler that's on there just so it opens up more memory banks, because it'd be nice to get it up to 32 gigs just for faster renders, or to upgrade the speed of the RAM to get more out of Ryzen, because the faster your memory, the faster Ryzen is. But at the same time, a 15-minute vlog right now only takes 11 minutes to render at 1080p 60 frames per second in in Magix Vegas. Sony Vegas, holy crap. So it's like, I don't need to upgrade it because it's already fast as frig right now. The other thing I was looking at were those new RTX cards, like a 2060 or 2070 RTX. But the version of Vegas that I'm using doesn't support the RTX with NVENC. So the gains would be only whatever the CUDA can do. So it's one of those, why waste money on upgrades when you don't need to? Then I got thinking, well, maybe I should upgrade my outdated gaming computer. But I don't really play video games much anymore. Like I said, guys, my main game I play now is my Fitbit. And the game, or the name of the game is better myself, become bigger, become stronger, become more capable. I'm gonna bring one of these G Fuels with me to work because I'm running low on Chug Jug. And I might as well, instead of buying a new one, bring what I have. But yeah, like, I don't see the point in upgrading PCs when what I have does the trick. So it's like my phone, for instance. Everybody at work is running out and buying the latest and greatest phone because they want the latest and greatest, and I just don't get that. Like, my phone is old. I bought it in 2017. It's the Asus Zenfone 3 running a Snapdragon 625 with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. I don't know what the video card on it is. Could care less, because literally all I use it for is texting, making phone calls, and every once in a blue moon, surfing Facebook. Not very often. I do a lot of my Facebooking from a PC. I'm old school like that. The new technology is nice, don't get me wrong. All these new cell phones out there, like the Samsung S10, and like all these new phones are just mint. Like, they look so good, but it's like, why spend that kind of money on a device that I barely use and, well, pretty much forget about half the time. Honestly guys, my cell phone, if it wasn't for Google and its capability to find it, I would have lost that thing 28 times. Oh, here's a better image of what we're gonna see with the Trans Am. You can pretty much see how the rim is right up into the friggin' wheel well. Man, I'm hoping that's gonna be okay this summer. We'll see how she bounces back. But like, look at all this snow on the car. Jesus Murphy. I need to clear it off, but I don't know where to put it. Big problem. First world problem. So yeah, don't forget my friggin' G Fuel on the hood. All right, let's get off to work. Now, there comes a time in your life when you realize that having the best of everything isn't the best. Like, just be happy with what you have, right? Okay, I'm gonna put her in 4x to clear the driveway because she is kind of slippery. And I lost a lot of the weight out of the box of my truck. Well, that's weird. Today the truck didn't do that thing in 4-wheel drive where she feels like she slips in an idle. I think everything's fine. I think what it was, I noticed when I put it in 4-wheel drive, it's like the tires lock, even though I didn't pull out the knob to lock the ass end. I wonder if the front hub automatically locks, if that's a thing. Like, I don't know enough about a 4-wheel drive system. This is my first vehicle that I've ever had that wasn't front wheel drive. No, my truck and Trans Am are both rear wheel drive. Oh, not my truck, but my old truck, my old Sierra. But like, this is the first vehicle I've ever had with a dial that I can turn to engage a 4-wheel system. And I don't understand, like maybe the front wheels are locking when 4-wheel drive is engaged, and when there's a traction problem, like she starts knobbing around, maybe the smart system on board is designed to release that lock temporarily. I don't know. All I know is when I have the display on 4x4 mode in the winter and I'm watching it while I'm driving, power is being sent everywhere differently. So like, it's not always 60-40, like 60 ass end, 40 up front. Sometimes the front end's only getting like 20 and the ass end's getting a full 80, and sometimes the front end's getting like a full 80 and the ass end's getting 20. It's like if a tire slips, the system automatically aligns to a grippy part. I don't know, man. The traction control on these new vehicles is freaking amazing. Like this winter, the only time I really ever used 4x was to get out of my driveway, because it's been such a pain in the arse with all the ice and snow buildup, and these tires are not exactly the grippiest for winter. Like, they're all season, but with 4x they just go. As long as you remember to start stopping prematurely before a stop sign, you shouldn't kill yourself. From what I gather, or what I'm guessing is, when I engage 4x4, the front end must like hub lock or something, and both tires are spinning at the same rate. There's got to be some sort of like a limited slip in the front end that turns on. I highly doubt each tire is spinning independently, but I could be wrong on that because I'm not a mechanic. Like right now I'm in 2-wheel peel, but when I left my driveway I decided to leave it in 4x and accelerate to see what happened, and you can hear the front end skipping. That's why I think it locks the front end. Kind of like my buddy has a Mustang. It's an old Fox body, a 92. Oh, here we go. Don't forget to stop, man. That's like a $5,000 fine if you don't stop for these things. Run, kid, run. Some of us have work to do. I don't know. This is, like I said, this is my first 4x4 vehicle, so I'm not sure how it's supposed to work. I just know when 4x4 is engaged, it's really hard to stop to get me stuck. This thing will pull. I have yet to use 4x4 low. I've never had a use for it, and I've yet to have to pull the switch out to lock the ass end. I did test it to make sure it works, and it really makes the truck feel different when you're driving. I really don't need that feature for what I do with my truck. It's not something that I really, you know, go to a lot. I guess if I was off-roading, or I would need it more to basically lock the ass end to keep her from getting stuck in the mud and spinning on a dime. But talking back about like buying the best, having the best, like this truck, guys, is an XL. It's the bottom trim of Ford. You know, it's literally a work truck. It's a 2-door, 8-foot bed, 5-liter V8, basic, next to no toy. I don't even have a sliding opening back window. It's a flat piece of glass. The only features this truck has is the stairs to climb in and out of it from the back, and the towing kit. Stuff that it just came with that the person built and then decided they didn't want the truck, and they're kind of stuck with it. I always, like, my idea is if it works, why fix it? And that's like the only reason why I wanted the Ryzen 3000 was the more cores for more chores, because let's face it, my Ryzen computer is a workhorse. I don't really game on it. I got games on it, like I got Forza Horizon 4 on there, Forza Horizon 3, and a couple other survival games like Ark. But I don't really play games much anymore. Like, I haven't touched Horizon 4 in a while because, Jesus, just that freaking car just threw a rock at my truck. Just because I just, lately the game I want to play is the game of building myself up. Like, if you saw my YouTube subscriptions from last year to this year I am subscribed to so many like keto channels and fitness channels like Athlete X and this other guy who's basically on big time on keto and does workouts. He talks about the benefits. Oh, this is gonna be bumpy. Oh yeah. You know, last year it was all like video games and fail videos and all this other crap, that this year I'm actually like more into making myself work versus playing video games. I still subscribe to like McJuggernuggets and that, who by the way is apparently quitting YouTube, going full balls to the walls on his own platform, the Storyfire. So hey, whatever, man, you do you. I probably won't go over to Storyfire because, well, unless they got a web page like YouTube, I have no will or want to watch content on my cell phone, because that's just me. But anyway, people, we're almost at work, so I'm going to shut her down here, and we'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, peace. I'm home. Had to go to the bank after work, so I figured I wouldn't bother filming. Supposed to be just an in and out operation. So I had to go and sign off on some things, and she tells me, don't worry, I'll leave the paperwork at the front counter for you. You just come in, sign, be on your merry way. Come in, yeah, we don't know what you're talking about with paperwork. We don't know what you're talking about. So, has to go and find the person who's with someone else at the time, so it's like frig. And then, sure enough, she comes out and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like 38 minutes later, I just sat around the bank waiting for someone. I got things. It's like 6 o'clock right now. I haven't even eaten. My stomach's consuming itself. So I'm gonna cook myself some food after I dump this data off onto the computer. 1 hour and 2 minutes till the next event in Trailer Park Boys. Oh, there was so much negativity in the office today, guys. It didn't really help that I was also friggin' hungry as piss. Today's entry into the $5 a day vlog there, man, she was a quick one because I was super hungry and all I wanted to do was eat. Interesting, I don't recall turning this on. Huh. Scampers must have knocked over my boot and triggered it. I need to do some cleanup. I got some dishes that I need to wash up for tomorrow, so I better get after it and get this done. This awesome thing that Mom gave me though, man, does it ever make doing dishes cake. There, I'm telling you guys, this $4 at the Buck store, like friggin' sweet, right? Why do I ask him questions? I don't know. Anyway, I came downstairs. I didn't do a workout today because I got home super late. I was super hungry. I just wanted to eat food. Like I said, it was a bad day at the office. Everybody's bitching and moaning, and that negativity kind of rushes on me. And, you know, I pick it up really quick, and it sucks that it happens that way, but what can you do, right? Anyway, because the bank was right next to a grocery store, there was something I wanted to get because I want to make those protein waffles I talked about. But I needed something to make my pan not stick. I found this stuff, guys. Coconut oil. Spray on coconut oil for non-stick cooking spray. So that's pretty sweet. It's got fat, 0.5 grams. And everything else on the guy here is 0. So just spray this here on your surface. And I got that shitty waffle iron. So probably on Saturday, I'm gonna make those waffles in the vlog. And then Saturday night, I'm supposed to go to Joss's house and we're gonna do keto tacos. Now, when you watch the food vlog, you're gonna be like, oh, you've already done this. So we're gonna be doing it again, but this time we're actually gonna make tacos instead of what I made, which was, well, you'll see that in the food vlog. Chances are you'll be able to watch that one 5 o'clock today, because I do believe today's vlog goes up for Saturday. So that's a thing. Also, I mentioned earlier today about Ryzen 3 and how my board supports it because of a BIOS update. Turns out, no, my board doesn't support it, guys. I got the Fatality, ASRock Fatality Killer board. K4 has the B350 chipset, which does not support the new Ryzen 3000. Not a big deal. If I really wanted more power, I would just get a 2700 or a 2700X. Chuck it on there. 8 cores, 16 threads. It would dominate, it'd be fast, it would just render quick. But like that 1600X that I have on there now slays video pretty good. So, like I said, why upgrade? It does the job, who cares? But apparently the BIOS update, all it did was added more functionality that I don't really care about. I thought it was the update because it said there was a new update available and it just so happened to coincide with Ryzen 3 coming out. So I thought for sure that was the thing, because there was original reports that boards as early as B350s would be supported on the Ryzen 3 platform. Turns out not the case. The X370, yes, but not the B350 because apparently it has a bandwidth issue. It doesn't have as much bandwidth as the X370 does. Therefore, Ryzen 3, you wouldn't get any performance. So they just said, you know what, we're not going to support it because we don't want people going out and buying this chip, putting it on their shitty board and realizing, wow, I'm getting 5% gains. This is garbage. AMD's garbage. So good on them for doing that, because that would have just caused a lot of people to be pissed off because the processor wouldn't be able to work at its full potential because it would be starving with not enough lanes. You know, it's like people who live in a small community where the speed limit's 40 and they go and put like a Viper engine in their Honda Civic, but they're never allowed to take the car over 30 kilometers an hour because there's just no room to do it. So this makes a lot of sense to me, and I'm like, well, that's fine, because I wasn't planning on upgrading anyway. Because if I did, I'd need to get a new board. And if I was going to get a new board, I was going to go with the X570 with the Ryzen 30, whatever the big one is, with the 16 cores, 32 threads. Go big or go home. But I don't need that because my 6-core 12-thread rig does perfectly fine. And if I did need more power, I could, like I said, buy 2700. They're on sale right now because they're looking to clear them out because of the new shit coming in. And I would just put a 2700 or a 2700X in there, get 8 cores, 16 threads at 3.7 gigahertz. Call it a freaking day. But because the computer does what I want it to do, I don't see any point in upgrading it. I might want to add more storage, and right now at Amazon they have deals on those USB hard drives that are USB 3.0. You can get yourself like a 4 terabyte for like 79 bucks, or a 6 terabyte for like 100 bucks. And that'd be a lot of room for footage. I could store my footage on there and leave the main platter drive in the computer for something else. What, I have no idea. Like literally, guys, in this case right now, I have the SSD, or the M.2 NVMe drive, which has 256 gigabytes of Samsung Evo 970 raw power, just in your face boot times like no other. And then I have a 1 terabyte SATA SSD plugged into the other M.2 port, which is strictly SSD only, not NVMe. So I got a 1 terabyte, what brand is that? SD now, that's Kingston. And then on top of that, I have the 2 gigabyte or 2 terabyte platter. So I have a 1 terabyte SSD, 2 terabyte platter drive, and another 500 gigabyte SSD in there that I'm using for application cache. So all in all, the system's just a rocket ship as it is. 16 gigabytes of RAM at 2666 megahertz. Like it's quick as tits. I have no reason to upgrade it. It renders these videos like a champ. It multitasks like a champ while rendering. I don't game on it, so I don't really see any frame drop. It's got the 1060 6 gig, not the 3 gig. So all in all, the system is perfectly well-rounded for what it is, and it does a great job doing what it needs to do. So it's like, why upgrade? You know, why waste the money? That's what I was getting at today. Like my phone, I don't play video games on my phone. I don't film with it, so I could care less what the cameras are like. I take the odd shot for Instagram or for Facebook when I'm trying to show something to somebody, like, oh, this is, you know, what's going on, and I'll take a shot with my my phone and show them. But a lot of the times, I don't really care about the camera. When the phone does die, because, you know, these phones, the batteries are only good for so long, and then they gradually shit the bed, I'm probably just going to buy another El Cheapo phone from freaking Staples. I was actually looking at the new Key 3 that's coming out from BlackBerry, which is kind of funny. Eh? Holy shit, you're going to buy a BlackBerry? Yeah, because it has an onboard keyboard. And 90% of the time when I'm using my phone, I'm either texting or typing something, and I really hate on-screen keyboards. I friggin' despise them. I want that tactile feedback from a keyboard. I used to love my BlackBerry Bold for that, or my BlackBerry Curve, sorry, for that. And then I had another phone which had a slide-out keyboard, and it was pretty badass. But then after that, I went to the iPhone, and I went to LG, and then I went to Samsung, and then I went to the Asus lineup. And to be honest, I miss my keyboard. And the Blackberries now, they're running Android, so whatever, right? And you get your keyboard. The key, you get it. The D-Tech 80 you get, or 70 you get it, sorry. And plus you get the revolutionary protection and security system that BlackBerry offers, the D-Tech Security, which is pretty friggin' tight. So I honestly was considering going BlackBerry on my next phone. But why replace it if my current phone's doing what I need it to do? Which is, well, I lose my phone daily because I don't even care about it. You know, the most I use it for is my Fitbit app and Instagram, Facebook, chatting. I got no games on there. Like, I know some people who will sit there and play games on their phone. I can't be bothered. I don't got time for that. I don't have time to play games on my computer, let alone sit there on my phone and play video games. Like, come on, figure it out. Away she goes. But I really want to give that one thing a try, where now you can apparently stream your Steam games directly to your cell phone using Steam Link or something like that. Basically, if you had a Bluetooth controller, you can buy one of these jobbies where your phone docks on it, and then it basically turns it into a handheld. And with Steam Link, you can play certain games directly on your phone. And I think that's kind of neat. Like, your computer does all the processing, it'll play all the game, and then it just pipes the video to your phone and takes input from your input device and goes with it. That's kind of neat. Microsoft already offers a service like that, where you can play like Forzas and other Microsoft games directly on your phone. Theoretically, if you have an Xbox 360, you can also play them directly on your PC. That's weird. Scampers came flying in here like the day was about to end, just to like get her food. I'm telling you, my cat is dicked. But yeah, a lot of cool gaming services coming out that are pretty freaking sweet lately. Anyway, I gotta get editing up this vlog for today, because I haven't done that yet. Kind of a bitch. Well, I just went outside and played Shit Shoveling Simulator, because let me tell you, Oreo just drops ass with class everywhere. There was poop all over the sun. Now that the snow's melting, it's showing up. So I just cleared that out, but as the snow melts, more will show up. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to shut the vlog down here and call it quits. My event starts in about 14 minutes, and I kind of want to play it. So thanks for watching. Like, favorite, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.